gym, hit a massive, brutal leg workout. Can barely walk. Anyway, I ran across a video. His name is Paul Revelia. Because I've been doing a lot of research and stuff on different people who have intakes or coach people that go to the gym on different workouts and how many sets and also how many amino acids and different proteins you should take throughout the day compared to your body size and blah blah blah. So I came up across this video and I just want to put my own input into it, and he's very knowledgeable. This guy knows what he's talking about. Before I judge or even put my own inputs, I just want to say this guy is very knowledgeable about this sport and obviously the science and nutrition of the whole aspect of bodybuilding or the the whole gym life. So I just want to start the video, and I'll pause it, put my own inputs in, and see what you guys think. If you guys disagree with anything, go ahead and leave a comment below. Any comment, if you do agree or just your own inputs on anything, go ahead and leave your comments below, and I'll read them. If you like the video, go ahead and like it. If you feel like I know what I'm talking about or have a good aspect in this research of science and nutrition, go ahead subscribe. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and start this video. Right.
In today's video, optimizing your protein intake to build the most muscle. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Revella from ProPhysique.com. In today's video, we're going to discuss protein, how to use it to build the most muscle, how much do you need to take in to build muscle, and also, is it important that you time it specifically? Today's video is actually a review of an article in this month's issue of Mass. Now, Mass is the monthly application in strength sport. I'll put a link below for you to get it at a discounted rate. Now, they send it to me for free. What I really love about this is that it takes all the current literature, all the current research, and it breaks it down into articles where they discuss the methods of the research, the findings of the research, potentially what the research could lead to in the future, and it's always around things that I'm interested in. And this month's issue is no different. In this article on...
By the way, you guys see me spitting. I do chew. I don't smoke, I don't drink, but I do chew. Chewing, obviously there's some health effects. It can cause gum cancer and shit like that. But just forewarning, don't judge me on that, man. Like, if you drink alcohol, I'm not gonna judge you. If you smoke, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna say everybody's perfect. Just letting you know before the actual video gets underway.
Protein was fantastic. Now, it discusses a specific study that was done that just came out that looked at the effects of how protein was timed. Now, the protein intake was broken up differently amongst the two groups of males. In the one group, they had a small protein breakfast followed by an average protein lunch and a very large protein dinner. In the other...
So my breakfast consists of 12 ounces of milk, a protein shake, it could be from Axe Sledge supplements, it could be from Muscle Farm, it could be from, it just depends on what I want, what flavors they got, really. I don't like really bland, and it's with me, the protein do not get concentrated. Do not. Please read the back of the label. Concentrated protein, it rushes through your body. You do not even intake 70% of that, 60% of that. So on the back of the protein, there's a label, and it will say in the ingredients, pretty all of them almost have the very top. It is saying in parentheses if it's isolate or if it's concentrated. Get concentrated. Or not, sorry. Get isolate. Whey isolate is way better protein for you. You absorb way more of it, and it's just better on your body than concentrated. Anything just like concentrated foods and like processed foods, it's like just stay away from this stuff. If you I mean, protein's protein. If you have no other choice, and you're at like Walmart and they don't have any isolated, and you're really struggling to get some protein, and you don't have any science and nutrition spots, any like GNCs or anything near you, I guess you're gonna have to get with it. But because I've done that with amino acids or a pre-workout, I've actually went to Walmart because I didn't have anything near me, and see, now I live in Wyoming. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Lived in Leavenworth, Kansas my whole life. Close to Des Moines, close to Omaha. But now I live in rural Wyoming. And there's not a lot of stuff here. But there is a Walmart. There is a GNC. But at first I didn't know about that when I first got here, so I had to go to Walmart and buy my amino acids and protein and stuff. And they didn't have any isolate. So I had to deal with the concentrate. If you can, try to stay away from it. Order it off Amazon. Order it off of ActionSledgeSupplements.com. Order it off of Dragon Pharma. A supplement site if you can. But yeah. Just try to stay away from the concentrate. And for my breakfast, I was getting at, I drink 12 ounces of milk, and I put one scoop, usually it's like 26 to 28 grams of protein powder, isolate powder. I try to go with the flavored stuff, like birthday cake or cinnamon or something flavored, something that makes it taste good. If I have almond milk, I'll choose almond milk over regular skim milk or 2% milk. I think it's better for you. And it tastes really good. But and then people say, oh, almonds. No, my wife said the same thing, and so she tried it, and she's addicted to it. So, but I have that, and then I have 2 to 4 eggs just for a breakfast. Waking up, not really hungry. I don't want to force myself to eat, to force myself to be full. So my breakfast is a pretty small breakfast. It's a protein shake and anywhere from 2 to 4 eggs. Just to kick my day off. Just to put something in my body.
Group, they actually split the protein up very evenly. Now what does this do? Well, it basically means that the group that got a small breakfast of protein, around 8 grams, did not spike their muscle protein synthesis because they didn't hit their leucine threshold, which is usually somewhere around 20 grams of a quality protein source. So, although the protein was equated amongst the two groups,
and that I did not know you needed 20 grams of protein to hit your threshold. That's something I did not know. So thank you for the advice on that.
The group that was actually eating a large meal at night, which was around 55 grams of protein compared to the 25 grams of protein from group 1, they saw some differences. Now, while they weren't necessarily statistical differences, the interesting thing that they found was the group that spaced their protein out evenly 3 times throughout the day, they actually had increases in every single strength measure compared to the group that was not doing that was eating 8 grams, 25, and then 55. This is actually a pretty small amount of protein.
And like I said, my breakfast isn't very big. But what he's saying is the guys that didn't portion their protein in each meal, like say each meal has anywhere from 20 to 30 grams of protein in each meal. Boom, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Well, mine isn't. My lunch and my dinner is. I'll eat chicken and I'll eat fish. And then I'll for my protein, for my lunch and my dinner. And then obviously my broccoli and rice and stuff for carbs. But I don't eat that much for my breakfast. I eat because like I said, I don't want to be full. I don't want to be because I got stuff to do. You know, I don't want to be miserable. So, but I do space it out between my lunch and my dinner. I try to get at least 30 to 35 grams of protein in my lunch and my dinner.
It's actually about 1 to 1.25 grams per kilogram of weight. Now, to tie that into something like myself, at 225 pounds, that would be like me eating 100 to 130 grams of protein per day. This is pretty far below the recommended dosage for muscle hypertrophy, which I'll get into shortly. Before we discuss the strength and muscle changes, I want to discuss the actual 3 types of muscle fibers there are. There is skeletal muscle, which makes up all the muscles that we like delts and quads and pecs and biceps, right? And then there is our cardiac muscle, and there's also smooth muscle, which is muscles in our digestive systems that are kind of involuntary. What we're focusing on here are obviously the skeletal muscles, and they put these gentlemen through a training program that was monitored. Now, although they were not in a metabolic ward, they did have some pretty strict requirements on taking photographs of their meal and taught them how to track their diet. So it's a pretty good representation of their diet. Working out in an environment where the individuals were monitored certainly would help.
He was in a good point. I just want to say a lot of people track their macros. That's how many carbs and protein and sodium and everything they eat per day. They track everything. I don't. I do track my protein and I do track my sodium. You want to stay away from sodium. Sodium puts on a lot of water weight and it does rise your blood pressure. You want to stay away from sodium. Caffeine has a lot of sodium. I drink a few Mountain Dews a day. But like the processed foods have a lot of sodium. If you go get Spanish rice that's in a package, you're gonna turn that around and you're like, holy shit, this has 660 milligrams of sodium just in that. Now, what you want to do with that is you want to for each meal you want to try to stay in between that 300 to 450 milligram range per meal in sodium. But that's the only thing I really track. I don't track all these macros. I eat carbs. I eat brown rice. Brown rice is a good source of carbs, and it gives you energy. So when you go to the gym, you have that energy to lift. You have the energy to get through your workout. And plus the protein. You want to, like he said, you want to have a specific amount of protein per body weight. Like say I weigh 215. I try to get in at least 150, 120 grams of protein. I could go up and go pound for gram in protein. That's a lot of protein. I could, but you can. It's gonna make your fart stink. It's gonna make you a little bloated at first. You're not gonna be used to it. Your diet is gonna be crazy because your digestive system is gonna go nuts. And your God, now I'm having a brain fart. I'll think of it later. I say this all the time. Why can I think of it? Anyway, it'll come to mind. But anyway, yeah, track your. You can track your macros. That's a lot of work. But if you're not bodybuilding, if you're not an IFBB pro, there's no reason. Unless you're just a really guru at doing all that stuff, and you want to keep track of all that. But be my guest. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. But at least track your sodium and your protein intake. The carbs, all that stuff, the nutrients. Eat broccoli. Eat a sweet potato. Eat rice, chicken, fish. Healthy stuff. And also what I do two times a week. Usually on a Thursday and usually on a Saturday. Not all day, but like at least one meal and like a snack per in them days. I'll eat whatever the fuck I want. A steak with a loaded baked potato, or I'll eat fucking a pizza or a juicy cheeseburger with some fries. Because there it is, metabolism. Told you I'd think of it. You want to trick your metabolism. So if you're dieting 7 days a week for a whole month, your body's going to get used to that, right? Just like your body gets used to everything. Your body gets used to the same workouts. So it knows what you're doing. You start off with bench, stay on chest day every day. You start off with bench, which flat bench. Don't ever start off with flat bench. That's the you're gonna tear something. But say you start off with bench, and then you go to incline dumbbell press, and then you go to cable crossovers. After a month, your body's gonna know. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, your body knows what you're about to do next. And after a while, your body stops. Like it stops building the muscle. So you gotta switch it up, just like your diet. You gotta diet. I suggest diet 5, like diet Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Cheat on a Thursday, not all day, but eat a good breakfast. And then maybe eat a good lunch, and then maybe have like a snack, like some Doritos or something. And then for your dinner, have whatever you want. And then go back to the diet on Friday. And then on Saturday, cheat again on a dinner or a lunch, whatever you choose. And then Sunday, diet again, back Monday diet, Tuesday diet, Wednesday diet, boom, repeat. So it tricks your metabolism. Just like when you go into the gym, you don't ever want to do the same workouts for more than 3 weeks. You can hit the same workouts for 3 weeks, then you want to change it up at least the fourth week, and then you go back to it because it tricks your body.
And keep everything consistent so that we can see the results. So why protein? Why is protein so important? Well, protein, when we digest it, is broken down into amino acids, and those amino acids are the building blocks for muscle. When you work out, when you exercise, when you lift a weight, you are breaking down muscle fibers. Those breakdowns in muscle fibers are then repaired. Satellite cells come to the rescue. Satellite cells repair muscle damage and make it bigger. The only caveat is that you must take in more amino acids than you break down. You must...
Exactly. So there's foods with amino acids. You can do the research. I'm not going to sit here and name off the foods, but you can do the research and Google what foods have amino acids in them. I like to do that, and I also like to drink the amino acid powder. So what I do is... And this is just me. You can do it a different way, but this works best for me. So while I'm working out, and this is the intra workout. So that means while you're working out, you're doing this. Not pre-workout, not post-workout. Like pre-workout, you'll take a pre-workout and get hyped up and go to the gym. Post-workout, you drink a protein shake, blah, blah, blah. But the amino acids is important for you to do it intra during your workout. So what I do is I have a 40 ounce water jug filled with water, and I take two normal scoops of amino acids, and I throw them in that water, shake it up real good, and I drink it during my workout. I only take about an hour and 15 minutes to work out. So while I'm doing that, I usually kill that 40 ounce water with amino acids. So that helps me recover as I'm working out. Plus the food I eat during the day, that just adds on to it. So I'm covering, boom. So like I hit a massive leg day, right? And then I'm drinking that amino acid during my workout, so I'm fresh for the next set. Obviously, I'm going to be sore because I'm killing my muscles are breaking down. But say I hit legs on a Thursday. Next Thursday, I'm not going to be sore. I'm going to be fresh. If you're not properly dieting or drinking or eating amino acids, putting amino acids into your body, you're going to be sore. You're likely to tear something or hurt yourself. So make sure that you're getting those amino acids in you.
In a positive balance. The real question is just how much protein and how should we time that protein to optimize this. And though research has made a lot of headway, there is still a lot of kind of gray area amongst us. Let's put this into context. Before we worry about protein distribution, we need to take care of a few things, such as a training stimulus to induce muscle growth, our total calorie intake, and our total protein intake. If all those things are meeting the needs to build muscle, then certainly there is the possibility that protein distribution is going to matter. So what did the findings of this study kind of explain to us? Well, there may be a slight benefit to breaking your protein up into a few different meals. And there's been research done in the past on, small protein doses throughout the day, as small as 10 grams every hour and things like this. And what they found was that muscle protein synthesis actually has a refractory period, meaning you can't just eat protein in large doses all day, because we want muscle protein synthesis to rise and fall so it can respond again. So breaking up our protein throughout the day gives us more opportunities. So there may be a possibility for as many as 4 or 5 meals per day that allow us to maximize protein synthesis. My personal feelings on this.
All right, so what he's saying is it's better to eat four or five meals a day than 3 large meals a day, which I agree with. I mean, it's because your body can break down that better than 3 large meals a day is what he's saying. If you eat 5 moderate meals a day, not small but not large, but have the amount of protein in there for you, and all the macros if you want to keep track of them. That's a lot better, 100%, 110% better than eating 3 large meals a day. Especially if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to get shredded, or even bulking. When you're bulking, you go to the gym and you lift heavy. You're benching 365 and for 4 or 5 reps, and you're really into it, and you're bulking and you're getting strong. It's better to even when you're going to the gym and you're cut, you're trying to get the vascularity out. So you take away all the caffeine, you take away all the sodium, you try to kind of dehydrate yourself, but the food will hydrate you. So it's a lot better to eat 5 medium-sized meals. Let's say, I'm gonna give an example, a chicken breast, not even a cup of rice, not even half a cup of rice, maybe a third of a cup of rice, and like a cup of broccoli. That's a decent meal. Eat that 5 times a day. It's better than eating 2 chicken breasts, a whole sweet potato, a cup of rice, and 2 cups of broccoli 3 times a day, because your body can't digest it quick. It can, but it doesn't digest it as quick if you eat 5 moderate meals, decent sized meals, not large meals a day. You want your body to be able to digest as fast as possible. So you're hungry again. Because the more you eat, not in one portion, but the more you eat throughout the day, the more your body's going to see, the more you're going to see progress in your body. You're going to see your body transform faster.
Like to have 3 or 4 large protein doses a day. As the article goes on to explain, the most beneficial place to be for protein intake for a day is around 1.6 grams to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. So for somebody that is, say, 150 pounds, that would be around 110 to 150 grams of protein per day. And you can see how this would be broken up into 3 or 4 meals. It would
See, I haven't watched this video, but that's what I was saying earlier. I would like to, I weigh 215. I'd like to eat 215 grams of protein, but I would have to eat a lot of food. But it's good to still keep. So I'm 215. If I eat 215 grams of protein a day, really good. It's not bad. You're gonna see. I'm gonna see a faster progress in my muscle growth, but I'm only eating 100, probably 160 grams of protein. And I could post pictures of me. And you're gonna. The body progress and my muscle growth has changed, and it will change. It will continue to change as you keep working out and you keep dieting. But just if you're lighter, it's easier. Trust me, it's easier because you don't have to eat as much protein. You can eat 5 meals if you're 150 pounds and easily get that 150 grams. But a larger guy, 220, 240, it's a little tougher.
Easily be more than 20 grams per meal. For myself, at 225 pounds or 102 kilograms, my protein intake would be somewhere between 165 and 225 grams of protein per day, and that's actually very close to what I hit. My target right now is 230 grams of protein, which I typically hit in 3 meals, plus I might add a snack in throughout the day. I might have like some beef jerky or something to help me get my protein totals. What I like to do there is just break it up into 3 meals, and really what I suggest for my clients is to do the same thing. 3 to 4 meals, 5 if you really want to stretch out your eating window. Is it going to make a huge difference if you split up your protein into 1 meal, 2 meals, 3 meals, or 4? Well, I think that's going to come down to how much protein you're taking in per meal, and certainly I prefer to have a large bolus of protein several times a day, essentially each time I eat. I find actually increasing protein even over the recommended needs for hypertrophy helps with satiety and food volume, which can be very important when we're in a phase where we're trying to both put on muscle and keep body fat low. If you like this kind of information, please hit the subscribe button. And if you're interested in more reviews of research articles, there's a link to Mass below. I hope you guys are having an awesome Tuesday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Now before I end this video, I want to say he don't look. I mean, I haven't seen his. I don't know if that's him. I don't know if that's him on the side right there. It might be, or I don't know if that's might be. But he must be tall because he don't look 225. I mean, if you look at pictures of me, like I've had when I played semi-pro, I've had guys like I was only like 218. And dude, are you like 240? I looked 240, but I wasn't. This guy don't look 225 unless he's like 6'3". But anyway, before I end this video, I just want to kind of put this on YouTube. Hopefully it finds some people, and hopefully it helps some people with this knowledge. If you're into working out, if you're into the health industry, if you're into keeping your body healthy, just remember it. I mean, you can go back and watch this video a few times, or you can go to his video and watch it. But just remember, keep the protein high, like he said. At least 75% of what you're weighing, you want to eat that in protein, and also the sodium. Keep that sodium as low as you can, because that sodium puts on a lot of water weight. It's like creatine. Stay away from creatine. A lot of people are like, yeah, drink some creatine if you want to gain weight, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's good, but you're putting on water weight is what you're doing. You're looking bloated. You look like shit. Stay away from the creatine. You're your own person. Drink it if you want to. Or if you're skinny, if you're like just starting out and you're like a couple months in, never worked out, 155 pounds, and you're trying to put on weight, be my guest, buy some weight gainer, buy some creatine, and drink it. But do not stay on it, dude. Like, creatine dehydrates you, because unless you're putting in a lot of water, you have to drink a lot of water. There's research back. There's a big university of football team where they were drinking creatine, and actually people were like passing out because of dehydration. I don't know. I'm not gonna say anyone died. I thought I heard that, but anyway, creatine can help you put on weight, but it's gonna be water weight, and you're just gonna shred that off when you sweat. So try to stay away from the creatine as much as possible, and the sodium. I know a lot of people like the caffeine and the way the caffeine tastes. I mean, black decaf coffee is good for you. or a few Mountain Dews or a few Pepsis or whatever your beverage is good for you. But if you're drinking a 12 pack a day, then try to cut down on that. If you're really serious about um, the way your body looks, if you want to look good naked, you want to look good naked for your wife or your girlfriend or just or in general, you know, you go out to the bar one night and you take some lady home, and the next day when you guys are both sober, uh, she sees you and she's like, "Holy shit," you know. But yeah, stay away from the sodium. Eat high grams of high grams of protein, and try to keep your carbs in check. Don't get too high on them, but keep them at a right dosage to where you have the energy to do shit during the day, to go to the gym and fucking kill it. Um, and the nutrients, the like the vegetables and fruits, get them in you. Like the natural sugars are really important. It does a lot for you. The digestive system. Like, don't eat 3 huge meals a day expecting to put on a lot of weight, because it's gonna you will, but it's gonna be bad weight. I did it. I got out of shape. All right, so I stopped hitting the gym, and I had said, you know what? I'm gonna put on all this weight, and then I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna turn all this fat into muscle, and I'm gonna look great, right? So I was eating like a tub of ice cream, not a big, huge tub of ice cream, but like one of those uh, bunny tracks, just regular ones you would get at Walmart. I was eating those a day, at least one every night, and I was eating Doritos. I was eating whatever. And what I did was I went from like 205 to like 240 within like 2 months. And I went to the doctor to get my prescription of, like my anxiety medication. And my blood pressure was through the roof. She was talking about hypertension type 2, and just don't do it. It's bad for your health. Um, so that's why I say stay away from the creatine. Don't just start eating crazy just to put on. A lot of people are like, "Well, how do I gain weight?" And a lot of people are like, "Don't stop eating until the pizza's done." No, dude, no, don't. That's the wrong way to go about it. Eat proper, diet, but also have that cheat meal once or twice a week to trick your metabolism. It'll trick, and you'll see. If you listen, you'll see. And if you do it, you're going to find out, because your digestive system is going to, let's say you're dieting, right? And like the third day, your body, all of a sudden your stomach starts feeling, and then you got to go to the bathroom. And it's going to be a crazy, this, excuse this, but the smell of it, and you're going to be farting, and blah, blah, blah. That means your body is changing. And then you hit that cheat meal, it's going to be the same thing. But what it's doing is your body's like, okay, I'm eating clean. This is good for me. All of a sudden you eat that cheat meal, boom, and your body's like, what the fuck? I thought we were eating clean, and boom, your metabolism fucking tries to speed up to burn them fucking bad calories, right? And then you go back to dieting again. Your body's like, what the fuck? You're tricking your body all the time. It's common sense, and it's also science. So you guys watch the video over and over if you have to. Take in the info. Leave the comment below on what you guys think. Like the video if you think I'm pretty well knowledgeable about the shit. But just stay healthy. Life's too short. Stay healthy. Um, y'all have an awesome day. And until next time, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to this and viewing this and subscribing and commenting your own stuff down there, because I'll read it. I won't reply unless it's something that you guys really ask a question about. But until next time, man, I'll catch you on the other side, and stay fit. And don't mean to drag this out too long, but it's important. Y'all have a